A preview of tonight's Town Council meeting on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Thursday, October 2nd, 2014. I'm Sarah Mannel. Town Council meets tonight. Barnstable This Morning host Sarah Colvin talked with Town Council President Jessica Rapp-Grassetti to get details about what is on the agenda. We share a portion of that interview with you now. Of course, Town Council tonight, a number of items on the agenda, but of course you are continuing. And I love getting to know our board committee and commission chairs. We're doing that here on Barnstable This Morning, and I think it's good for the council as well as the viewers of the council meetings to get to know those boards as well. And I understand that will continue tonight.
It will, with Kevin Turner, chair of the Recreation Commission, will be coming before the council, and we're hoping to get another committee there, but due to scheduling and whatnot, we'll only have one tonight. But I'm looking forward to that presentation.
Absolutely, and then following that, orders of the day. It doesn't look like a very long agenda for tonight.
No, it doesn't. A few things, couldn't come together in time for the agenda, but we'll get through these items anyway. Under our old business, we're amending the temporary roads to private ways general ordinance, and that was put forth by the Town Council Roads Committee. And after reviewing the ordinance, they found that there was an error in the percentage. Right now, the language says 50% of the abutters on a private road have to agree. Well, that's essentially a tie, so they're changing that to 51%, which would be the majority that would be required to agree to repair under this program, which is a program to repair private roads in the town. So that's just a little bit of clarification on that program. So
Sure.
I think that that's necessary.
Indeed. And of course, we know it's still pending up on Beacon Hill is the bigger issue involving private roads. And this is, while it's on the similar vein, this is separate from that legislation, correct?
It is separate, although I do understand that House bill has passed both the House and Senate and is on the governor's desk for signature. So I'm very happy to report that. But and then moving to new business, we've got a grant, a $9,500 grant from the Cape Cod Cooperative Extension Wildfire Assessment and Prep Program. And this, especially in light of the fact that we're in a semi-drought condition on the Cape, and specifically in Barnstable, this is important for controlling the dead trees on. This is a particular parcel of land on Old Stage Road, 1785 Old Stage Road. I guess there's a lot of dead red pine trees there on that 18-acre parcel, and this grant would help to remove those 3.5 acres of dead pine trees to control the fuel for any kind of wildfire. So that's an important duty of the conservation division.
Absolutely want to make sure to make sure that the risk for wildfire is at a minimum. Certainly could be devastating to our woods and the people who live in
the surrounding areas. Yeah, and also I don't want to preach, but take a look around your own yard and look at stacks of wood and dead branches and trees and whatnot, and try to keep those at bay for minimizing the fuel that could lead to tragedy, wildfires.
Absolutely. And then moving on, understand next is an appropriation and transfer order for the high school. Talk to me about this.
Yeah, that's $555,000. The cafeteria at the Barnstable High School Cafe, which was built in 1974, and it was renovated in 1997. Apparently, when this was done, there was some improper flashing or maybe no flashing installed at the base of the windows, and it was discovered this this past summer there that there was some water infiltration, and so I guess the wall's stable and whatnot, but they need to do this repair. So what they're doing is they're going to be taking from an appropriation that was put forward and approved for $450,000 on some air conditioning units. But after some engineering on that and whatnot, it was decided that has to be postponed. So they're going to use a portion of that appropriation for this wall repair at the high school, and the cafeteria doesn't have to close. They're just going to wall it up and protect the kids and teachers from the construction, so it can happen during the school year. So, but that's just that's a continuation to a public hearing, which would be at our next meeting on the 16th.
Great.
And then we have under new business, and this will be able to be acted upon tonight. Councillor Cullum has put forth a resolve for an adoption of town council to relating to the approval of letters for nonprofit entities. And after getting a ruling from the Ethics Commission and consulting with them, they felt that it was necessary for the town council to adopt a written policy for approving letters of support for nonprofit entities. And this would be ones that have been identified as public purpose served, and this would certainly, and this would the letter would be written after a majority vote of the town council. So, and if you go back a few meetings, we did have a presentation by the YMCA for the Achievers program, and I think programs like this would benefit students and children in Barnstable, and I think they're looking for a letter of support from the council when they go looking for funds for their program. So, and then an acceptance of a $4,800 grant from the Mass Department of Environmental Protection, or better known as Mass DEP. And this is for recycling dividends program, and this was put forth by the Director of Public Works and the Supervisor of the Solid Waste Division, Robert Lovell and Dan Santos, and this is, I think this is great. This grant will allow them to implement and maximize reuse, recycling, and waste reduction programs, specifically putting outdoor recycling containers at events and recycling carts and bins, and looking towards an outreach and education program or materials so that people can be aware that Barnstable is recycling, and this is how we're making inroads in that regard, and also to develop the cost for the organics diversion program, meaning your food waste and yard waste and things like that shouldn't go into the waste stream.
That's fantastic. I'm one of those people who would rather take a plastic bottle or recyclable home and put it in my own recycling than throw it away in just a regular trash can. And so I like to see thought being made to kind of expanding those recycling projects. And I like the yard waste and compost as well. So easy to compost things. And so, and again, it contributes to the reduction of the larger waste stream.
That's right. As much as we can take out of our waste stream reduces our tonnage and brings our costs down. So that's important.
Great.
And the last item is also for a first read. This is amending the administrative code on the multiple member appointed organizations, and this was in specifically the Public Works Commission. It's like several of our other boards, committees, commissions. Sometimes they have trouble meeting quorum. And this would add an alternate position to that, and this was put forth by the Appointments Committee. This would just add an alternate position in case someone is ill or traveling.
Town Council meets tonight at 7 in the Town Hall hearing room. That meeting will air live right here on Channel 18. We'll be sure to tune into our hour-long news program, Barnstable This Morning, weekdays at 7 a.m. On tomorrow's show, we will have our Arts and Culture segment. We'll find out what's happening at the Hyannis Youth and Community Center. Plus, we'll have all the news and information you need. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Mannel.